Yo, 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 Momocon, what's good, everybody? Did that trailer not give you chills or what? Yeah, so historically at Momocon, 2v2 has been probably one of our more hyped game modes we've had here. And it's only natural that I gotta do something like this for the people and for the teams involved now in this grand finals of our 2v2 Mogi format. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. Are you guys ready to see your finalists? That was not loud enough. I said, are you ready to see your finalists? There we go. All right, up first, a rather interesting team, interesting pair. One of them is the French phenom. The other one, Texas Tech graduate who uses the bathroom at the last second before finals. Give it up for Greg and Flowx! Our second team in the finals is making their major Momocon debut, hailing all the way from Canada. They've been in the community for a very long time, representing Canada and Arcadia. Give it up for Arti and gdin! Our only repeating team finalists in our final this year. They were in the finals last year. They're in the finals again this year. You know them, you love them, representing Sainsbury's and Solar Storm, but formerly High Definition. Give it up for Cynda and Blaze! Teammates in a 6v6 world, and now teammates here in the 2v2 grand finals, both representing GV. Give it up for Sinic and Glooba. This team has been on the come up, and nobody knows it, but they are an absolute threat to this racetrack. And let me tell you something, if you didn't see them as a threat now, they're definitely a threat now in the finals. I messed that up. But give it up for Luckyo and Emarie! And last but not least, one of them is a phenom. I said 2 years ago, watch out for this kid. The other kid doesn't even play the game anymore, barely, but he's still in the finals for the 2v2. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the dynamic phenom duo, Baddercookie and Snkz. I will not waste any of you guys' time. I will now turn to you, to the beautiful, sexy Jacob and Myles. Take it away.
Thank you for the incredible compliment, Danny. I don't know if we deserve it, but I'll accept it anyway.
Yeah.
it is an honor to be casting the 2v2 finals with my best friend in the whole wide world, Myles.
Happy to be here. Yeah, it's going to be a great time. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Flowx for that beautiful introduction.
Absolutely.
That video was great.
And a big thank you to Danny as well for introducing our players for us, doing all the work for us, it seems.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of these players introduce themselves, if you're at all familiar with the Mario Kart community. These are big names, the biggest names in the North American community, and a European, too.
Yeah, no, totally.
And I know that you have done some research on these players before we started.
Yeah.
In the online scene, we have something called Lounge. It's our competitive ladder.
Yeah.
And we work based on an MMR ranking system. You looked up these guys' MMR. It's pretty high. It's pretty high.
This is a pretty high room. This room that we're going to be looking at, it's going to be 11,000 MMR average, which is halfway between Tier B and Tier AB. And I want to give a special highlight to Luckyo and Emarie, who are they're big-time lounge grinders. They're really good at the game, really good at these solo or duo formats. And both of them are actually higher MMR than the entire roster that they're playing against today, which is pretty impressive.
If this was an online tournament, we would also be looking out for Glooba and Flowx. I think those are our next two highest.
Yeah.
And I really want to shout out Greg. because Greg is like multiple thousand MMR below literally everybody else in this lobby.
Yeah.
He's punching so far above his weight in this tournament right now. Let
me pull up the stat
amazing that he's here.
Just to be specific. But yeah, I think Greg is around 6,000 MMR.
Yeah.
Next to that is 10,000 MMR. So he has
4,000
3.3 thousand gap between him and the person 11th overall.
Little bit of nerd statistics for you guys as we get into our first race. And speaking of lounge, here we are on maybe the most popular lounge track. It is Excite Bike Arena to start us off. 12 races, highest combined score wins. It all ends here.
Yeah, let's get into it. This is a Mogi format, and why not start with a Mogi track, right?
Absolutely. We're going to have Greg burning out in first to start us off, and not too easy to figure out exactly what's going on for each player. It looks like people are pretty color coordinated, which is going to help us later on. We have Greg and Flowx on red. I believe that was Glooba and Sinic on yellow, and then whatever team is next to them both on black. We can figure that out as we go.
Right, yeah. And SFC Arti here, he's going to be on light blue, and I believe his teammate is on pink, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Yeah, so we're looking in on Arti to begin. Kind of a mid spot for him. He's got Flowx behind him with triple greens. He's got to be careful. He's going to take the cut up into third with 702 Sneaks in one with Banana.
Yeah, we do have Sneaks in one. Arti defenseless behind him. Snic coming up in third with Banana. You know, it's going to be telling to see who's going to be, having the shrooms here. Who's going to be able to get into the front early.
Ooh,
a trail
Blaze
coming out for Blaze there.
And then gdin's going to be up in fifth with red shell. Blaze with another red behind him, so gdin can't play aggressive quite yet. Flowx with triple greens in four. Strong positioning for him. And then Sinic up there using Michelle's knee from Germany. And he's going to be in second with a mushroom, so really good position. If he can get away from that red shell, it doesn't look like he can. Yeah, Arti's going to be up in two. And that I believe is still going to be Sneaks in one.
Yeah, Sneaks is like gone in one right now. He's gapping Arti right now in second. Flowx having triple greens here, will protect him until he can take the cut here. Arti as well. Never mind, I said correctly.
Getting rid of the red. That was such a smart move from Flowx. Getting between the bananas as well. Oh, that was a masterclass from Flo. He needed to get rid of the red so that he could take cuts safely, and then not getting hit by the bananas to boot. That was so good.
Yeah, love that. Looks like Sneaks is going to be in a pretty solid, safe first.
Yes.
Flowx wants to greed and go for, the double reds.
Very far away, Sneaks is, and the Blaze couldn't take cut here. Redding out Arti on the line, maybe. No, Arti had protection. Oh my God!
Flowx getting blued on the line with
Flowx
Blaze getting caught in the explosion.
Taking out Sneaks will pick up first to start us off. Emarie second, Luckyo 4. So 2-4 for Emarie and Luckyo. That should put them in a provisional first place.
Yeah.
And one thing I did want to mention, it's not necessarily a good thing to be in first place.
Right,
because all of these players are good enough to know, all right, this team is winning. We need to target them.
Yeah.
We're not playing for top three anymore. We're playing for first. We're in the finals. So if Emarie and Luckyo are up there, everyone's going to try to hit them. They're the ones who need to go if they want to win.
Yeah, and I want to point out how Emarie was playing really safe in the last couple rounds, and she, MVP'd off of playing really safe. But if you want to get into first, you're going to need to play really aggressive. Sometimes you need to play really risky. And I'm curious, if you're not going for top three, and when you're going for first, I wonder how her play style is going to change up.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
The metagame changes a lot when you go from a qualifying round to a final.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that the eventual winners of this round are going to be the players who can make that meta shift. Yet to be seen who can do it. I mean, Emarie and Luckyo are doing good so far after one.
It's only been one race, but this is a game of adaptability. If something's not working for you in the early races, you might want to change up your strategy.
11 more races.
Yeah,
a lot of time to come back.
Right, absolutely. We've seen a lot of really good mid-spot picks. Yeah, this being one of them. This is one of SFC's comfort tracks.
This, by the way, since the stream can't see it yet, we're playing Ribbon Road for race 2.
My bad.
So yeah, SFC, as well as the members of High Definition, I think both them and Arcadia are longtime Ribbon Road fans. So yeah, we'll see if they can really outline some people here. And we're going to be seeing some cool smart steering strats on the no-item shortcuts coming up.
Yeah.
We'll see who opts to do that and kind of go all out, get those fast shortcuts with smart steering, and who's going to play it more safe.
A lot of the time I look at those smart steering cuts, and they're not exactly faster.
They're just very safe.
They keep you on the track.
Yeah.
Which is, it would matter a lot on a track like this.
Staying on the track is like 3/4 of the battle on this track.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at gdin to start us off here. In a mid spot, no one really has mushrooms. Yeah, no one has items at all, I should say, going into this second set, and gdin pulls a mushroom. That could help him at the end if he's able to hold on to it. It looks like Glooba has a mushroom as well.
I believe that's Nick not Nick, Greg jumping into a very quick first. Yeah, the map is lagging. He's in first. There's 2 black Yoshis behind him, and I believe that is Emarie.
That was Greg. He is taken out pretty early, and it's going to be GV, Sinic, and Cynda up in that top 2. It looks like they both have horns, so that's a very solidified position for them.
Right.
I believe that's Blaze, Highdef.ze in third. So with Cynda in 1, no, getting trailed out. I was going to say that's a strong position, and an early shock. Very early shock. It's definitely possible for there to be a second one late in this race, so everyone in the room is going to need to be mindful of that as we get into the end of lap 3. And Emarie getting hit off the track, unfortunate for her. Fire in pocket as well. That is not a great item.
Not what you want to see. Yeah, gdin getting redded there over the cut. Thankfully, he made it over.
Oh, Arti still on the track barely, and Sinic able to dodge that red. Still in first for now, but we'll see what the spots are after this cut. It looks like there's going to be Blaze up into the front, and gdin and Arti both hit out. It looks like Arti hit out again. Sinic up into 5th. It looks like Blaze and Luckyo ahead of him. So pretty mixed spots here. It looks like Yellow Birdo is going to be Glooba up in 2nd, so maybe GV's in the best spot here.
Yeah, a lot of mixed spots in the front. It's really nobody's game right now.
Oh, that's a good pull for Sinic. He's safe, and he can take cut at the end.
Right, yeah.
We'll see if he's able to hold on to it and capitalize. It should be pretty safe for him. Opting to chain, I like that decision. Be safe for the very end of the race. You get through the cut, passing his teammate Glooba, and that is going to be a Highdef top 2.
Hype top 2. Yeah, that was huge.
Early on, you want to get those points, but as I said, people are going to notice that. People are going to start targeting them immediately.
Yeah. That top 2, you know, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? It's really good for your race, of course, but not only that, it puts a huge target on your back for the other players early on.
Everybody in the room has picked up on that. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
And not only that, you know, Cynda and Blaze are amazing players. They're at the top of their game. They made finals these last 2 years. Both times they got snubbed. Once by me, and then once by Nick and Soldier.
Yeah.
So they're out for blood. They're like, you know, 3rd time's the charm. This is our year. We're gonna take it this year.
You know, that's something that should be mentioned. We are getting new 2v2 champions this year.
Yeah, we are.
Nick and Soldier, last year's champions, they were eliminated in semifinals. And then you and Ty, obviously you're here next to me this year. And then Ty was also eliminated in semifinals with his new teammate.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're getting fresh blood on the podium.
I love that.
Year.
I mean, we're going to be crowning a brand new pair of champions for our 2v2 tournament this year.
Yeah. And so far, it is looking good for High Definition. It is also looking good for Emarie and Luckyo. But, you know, early days, anything can happen.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We're coming into a track, Singapore Speedway. This track definitely favors the bottom spots. You know, you want to start with as many coins as you can because coins are super scarce on this track. They're hard to come by. Economy is really bad in Singapore, obviously, and you definitely want to get those shrooms early so you can get to the front and get those coins.
We do have our scores up here. Highdef is in a very slight lead, only 2 points above Emarie and Luckyo's team, which I've forgotten the name of again. The Star Tag.
Yeah,
and then
Shooting Stars.
Shooting Stars, and then a little bit of a gap down to Sinic and Cookie, Team 702, and then SFC one below them. GV one below them, and then HD is a bit behind. It's only been 2 races. They can still come back. Sinic is up here to start us off. He should be getting this double box as well. We'll see if he gets protection for himself. He does. Glooba's up here as well, so this is a strong start for GV. Highdef is up here as well. But that is a Sinic Glooba top 2, and Sinic does get hit out as I say it, so I think that's going to be 2-3 for High Definition. But Glooba with the bomb, it looks like they will be able to avoid it. Yeah, 2-3 for them. Flowx getting trailed out, and Blaze has fire in 3rd. They both have, Greg has fire as well, getting hit out.
It's just back and fire if Sinic can hit out Glooba.
Oh my gosh, that fire was so effective. The front of this pack is going to be so far away from the rest of them.
Yeah.
And Emarie pulls into first. I don't even know where she came from.
She had that rang and she just kind of went crazy on HD there. Or Highdef, sorry.
It's going to be Emarie 1 and then Glooba behind her in 2, still holding down the fort a bit. And, you know, at this point we're looking for a blue shell.
Right. I mean, you know, Emarie can protect against it, right?
Yeah, she can.
Yeah, we'll have to see if anyone opts to take her out.
Glooba did opt to take Emarie out there, which was an interesting play. Glooba does have a pretty big breakaway, so I think that was a calculated decision. Cookie here in 4th. Emarie's still in 2nd as well.
Yeah, and I'm wondering, you know, is Sinic holding blue for Glooba? Is that why he thought it was safe to take out Emarie?
Very possible.
Either way, you know,
very
really good play.
I don't see Sinic on the minimap, so I'm not sure exactly where he's sitting right now. Oh, Cookie, dangerous situation, but it looks like he's safe. and the plant is not the item you want. He can't chain this last set. He can only get one item instead of two. And the red comes in. It does connect, hitting someone along the way, but this is not looking good for Cookie. Blue is finally out. I think we can't say
very
Sinic was
late.
holding.
I'm not sure if Glooba will be able to make that to the line.
Oh, yeah. No, it looks like he barely will. That should be Glooba in first. Sinic in third as well.
That's a really, really good race.
That
for
is
GV.
a strong race, yeah. No, Sinic in fourth. A little bit of lag on the line. So 1-4 for GV. SFC getting a decent race as well.
And I think Highdef was in those mid spots as well, so they're still going to hold on to their lead there.
And we see Shooting Star in 5-6 overall, so they're in a good position now.
Right,
because they're not clearly and publicly in the lead.
Yeah. They got a good race on the first race, and then I think the last two they've gotten some mid spots to kind of just, stay where they're at.
Really what you want to do in these types of rooms is you want to be near the top, but not there until the finish line on race 12. You want to be going from second to first on the last race. That's how you do it.
Yeah. You want to have a calculated time to strike.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't want to put too big of a target on your back, but you want to be ready to, push forward when you really need to.
And we're saying this as if everybody's thinking about, we can't get too good of a race here. Like obviously everyone's going to take the best race they can get.
Yeah.
However, if you do get these slightly worse races, get just decent ones instead of great ones, that's an opportunity in disguise.
Yeah.
It might a 1-3, 1-4 might be better than a top two.
Yeah. You want the other teams around you to look at you as, maybe we don't need to take this team out specifically, right? And that's kind of the mindset that you want to go into.
Speaking of, the lead has changed 3 times in 3 races. It's going to be GV in first on 50, and then Shooting Stars and Highdef right below. Actually, 702 and SFC also right below. that top 5 is within 10 points.
Yeah.
So we have a bit of a round going on here, folks.
We do, yeah. This is, things have been shaken up 3 times, so I'm excited to see kind of how things play out.
Arti picking up the draft, and he has double protection, so it's a good spot for him. It looks like Sinic has a mushroom. I didn't quite see. I think he used his mushroom, so he's in first, but he can't take the cut, so he's not going to get a breakaway here. Arti getting bumped out, and not getting a box either. It's kind of a rough position for him. I think, he's going to go left path, opting to bag here. Emarie up into second. Sinic is gone. Flowx in one, with a mushroom as well.
Yeah, Flowx in a great spot here with Emarie having nothing behind him. I did like how Arti did opt to bag, when he couldn't see his opportunity.
Oh, Emarie getting taken out by the fire. Sinic doing a lot of work for Flowx there. He's able to hold on to his shroom in one.
Yeah, Flowx in a really good seat all of a sudden. And just as I said that, never mind, he has no defense in second. This could be leaving him vulnerable.
Yeah.
HD is 1-3. Greg backing the Reds. I'm curious, why he didn't red out Sinic there.
Cynda going into a star in fourth. I mean, having a star in fourth in the first place is a very strong positioning.
Right.
And he's predicting a shock here. It doesn't look like he's going to get a dodge, unfortunately for him. But that is still going to be Flowx in one. Greg falling back, and Sinic still in two. Blue is out for Flowx. I don't know if he still has that mushroom. We'll see very soon. Yeah, he does. Is able to dodge the blue. But failing his line and getting redded by Sinic. Sinic is pulling into one. It's too late for a second blue, so he just needs to run full steam ahead to the finish line.
Sinic getting the back on Cynda. That was huge.
That's top 2 for GV. Glooba has a ghost in second.
He needs to use this now.
Yeah, play it safe. Go into the ghost in 2. If a shock hits, he is dodging it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is strong positioning for GV. They're already in first. They can get a breakaway here. And Luckyo!
The back nana on Luckyo.
Still taking the cut. Is he going to pass? I don't think he is. That is a top 2 for GV.
Oh my god. Beautifully played. I want to point out how Glooba used that ghost before Sinic went through set.
Yeah.
So if his defense got ghosted in first, he was able to chain his coin into the set. So he was able to pull defense, and it was just amazingly played.
Those are those extremely high-level decisions that I wasn't even thinking about at the time.
Yeah.
I was thinking Glooba just needs to use that ghost to protect himself, but you're right.
Yeah.
He got it before Sinic went through set. Like, they're in perfect synergy.
If Glooba holds his ghost through the set and uses his ghost late, he is leaving Sinic vulnerable in first to get redded by the person in third.
Exactly.
So it's those high-level plays that you see, and you're just like, these guys are right on the same page.
Yeah.
He's going to use his ghost early so he can have his teammate pull defense, and they can just kind of run away with their top 2.
And I know we've spent this entire round so far talking about lower your threat level, don't get people to start targeting you. However, GV was already up 5 before that race, and now they just got top 2.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
They're at a spot where they can get targeted.
Right.
They can still get decent races, and they can maintain a lead for a while. So I think they're actually in a very strong position.
Yeah, totally. And, along with that, I've seen things crumble for teams that have a very dominant performance at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of, it's a lot of pressure, right?
And it's only been 4 races. We have a very long time left in this round. GV is up quite a bit at this point. But again, anything can still happen.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so we're getting into Waluigi Pinball. This is an HD classic.
Yeah.
One of their team favorites. I'm curious how all of them are going to play it. Are they going to want to push up to the front?
Look at those scores. GV up 18 on second after 4. That is a strong position for them.
Dominant lead so far. It's only been 4 races.
Yeah, that 2 through 5, by the way, is still extremely close to each other.
Yeah, anyone's within striking distance, right?
HD, they're looking down and out right now, but there are 8 races left. Luckyo here in 4th with a green shell. I think he's probably just going to play safe here. We don't want to shake the boat too much this early in such a long track. As I say that, he goes for a back.
2 people
yeah,
there.
he shook the boat.
Yeah.
But yeah, here with Emarie, his teammate, in 4-5. It's good positioning. 702 up here as well. We haven't been seeing too much of them in the front. They're picking up these mid spots though. And I believe that's actually going to be someone from HD in 1. Not sure which. That's a top spot that they need to keep if they want to stay in the running here.
Flowx in first here. He has a pretty big gap. Blaze having a red in second. This is a very long track. You do want to play the long game.
Early shock. Blue is out as well. I think GV is in bottom 2 right now, so that's probably a shock from them. Just used to catch up early.
Yeah, and I do want to say this isn't that bad of a spot for Flowx. He's getting into boxes in a lower spot, and there's still over half the track left.
Yeah. I do want to shout out, I think GV were the only dodges of that shock. Obviously it's early and they're just using it to get back into the pack, but that was a good usage from them.
Yeah. 702, man, tight. Cookie coming up here in 4th with triple greens.
And that's going to be Luckyo and also Emarie. That looks like 1-3 for them.
Bit of a traffic jam with the triple greens there, trailing out Flowx with triple reds.
If I'm Luckyo, I think it's time to start playing aggressive. You want to be in top 2 to really protect your teammate.
Yeah.
And as I say it, Blaze is starting to throw reds at first. Triple reds for Luckyo.
This is a great pull for
That's
Luckyo
exactly
here.
the pull he needs, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be a clear top 2 right now for Shooting Stars.
Yeah, this is a big race for them in the making. Glooba in 3rd, though, could play spoiler if GV can get something decent here.
Yeah, are we going to see our 3rd top 2 this series?
Big swings. I don't think Glooba's going to play aggressive here. I think he knows the situation at hand. He just needs to give them the top 2, but he runs into the pinball. He can recover the blue.
Oh, no! Oh my god, there's just too much to avoid in that straight.
Yeah, losing positioning. Don't lose anything more. Go wide for the star, pick up 6th place, ahead of both HD members. Unfortunate loss for them.
Oh man, Shooting Stars getting top 2.
Yeah, that is big.
Huge race on
that
HD
is
track
big.
like that. Oh man, yeah, that puts them right in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of big swings.
Yeah.
I'm curious, if that moved them into 1st or if they're still going to be kind of in those mid spots.
I'm assuming they'll still be slightly behind GV, but this is close again. This is absolutely close again. That was, I believe, 6-8 for GV. So, and it's decent, but not compared to a top 2.
Yeah, I mean, lowers your threat level a little bit, maybe.
Lowers your threat level.
Yeah.
I think they will still be ahead, so maybe
Yeah.
people are now thinking, hey, these guys are in striking distance.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that triple red pull from Luckyo in 3rd was huge.
Perfect
for getting
pull.
out.
That was the single item pull he could have gotten to guarantee them top 2 that race.
Yeah, I was not expecting him to pull that there. That was incredibly lucky.
And, props to Emarie for getting so far ahead. That's exactly how Luckyo was able to pull such an item.
Yeah, absolutely.
Going to race 6, it's going to be Maple Treeway. I believe that will be a GV track pick. I know that Glooba likes this a lot.
Yeah, he does. He's a big Maple Treeway believer.
Yeah.
A long-time MK7 player, and I think he was world record holder for Maple Treeway on 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart 7 at some point.
At some point. So yeah, this is a good pick for GV because they are still in 1st, only by 2 points. This is probably Glooba's most confident track, so they're really trying to stay in the front, forget what happened last race, just move on, keep 1st.
Yeah. We have GV in 1st with 88, Shooting Stars with 86 in 2nd, and then all the other teams are about 20-ish points behind them. So, if we've been seeing what we've been seeing, anyone can have a big swing.
Oh, it's so doable for all of them. Remember, top 2 is 27 points.
Yeah.
So when we get our 4th, 5th, and 6th top 2s of this room, which it seems like is the trend. Any of those teams could be up there.
Right, right. We're seeing a lot of trails in the mid-pack. I'm curious who's going to get out here.
Greg is not safe at all, and yeah, he will be trailed out. I think he was in an unwinnable situation there, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely.
Cookie back here in 8th as well. Only mushrooms for him. And Arti in 5th, also only with mushrooms. All of these people with aggressive items, and all the people around them have nothing to do about it.
Yeah, looks like there's like 5 different teams in top 5 right now.
Yeah, GV looks like they're in 112 right now. You see the yellow characters on the mini-map.
Sinic going for the backup, almost hit.
And
Blaze here with the horn.
It looks like Shooting Stars are both in the mid-pack right now, which it could be fine on a track like this. Emarie with a star in 5th, actually. That's very good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but getting fired out. Will choose to star up. I don't know if she was going to try to predict a shock. I don't think it'll come here, but, you know, once you're hit, you might as well use it.
Right, right.
And I believe that's still going to be Sinic holding down the fort in 1. As I say that, blue is going to be out, and I don't think... No, he is going to drop. That's going to be a black Yoshi in 1st instead.
Yeah, I believe Blaze still has that horn in 1st.
Yeah, he does. And he gets the chain as well. That's good positioning for him. Sinic down into 3rd, losing a spot to Arti as well. Going for the snipe, not going to connect. Arti chooses to go middle.
Yeah, and if there's anything I know about Arti, he's going to play aggressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely wants to hit out Sinic here because he's playing to win.
I mean, so is everyone else, but
in
yeah,
from Blaze.
We're talking about aggressive plays. Blaze coming out of nowhere, and then Sinic with good items in 2nd. Luckyo with the shroom in 3. So Sinic, oh, the bomb!
The bomb tight from.
That's a very, very good play from Blaze. He had no way of knowing that Sinic had double reds, but he did what he had to do.
Yeah, and now Blaze has a ton of space in 1st.
Yeah, this is going to be a very good race for
Sneak's smuggling a bill into 3rd.
Oh, the blue.
If a shot comes in here, this is going to be huge for Sneak's race. But if not, yeah, he's right out in front of these triple greens.
Blaze getting hit out. It's going to be Luckyo in 1 with triple greens. He should hold it here.
Yeah, Sneak's just needs to hold his spot here and play safe.
And I'm not sure where Emarie is, but I think it is going to be Shooting Stars pulling into 1st after this race. He chooses not to back the bomb, playing it safe. Don't get anyone on your bad side.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, at this point,
well, that's
I want to build my lead, right?
1-4 for Shooting Stars. That is going to take them in the lead easily. 8-11 for GV.
Yeah. Luckyo and Emarie, dominant performance so far. As we said, our
They're
2 highest MMR players in the tournament right now. What do you think?
They're doing good. They're doing good.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we saw it happen, though, right? GV was very far ahead after the first GP. They're back down into 2nd, maybe even 3rd. I didn't see the scores yet.
Yeah.
So what we keep reiterating, right? Everybody knows who's winning the room. Everybody knows who they need to hit to have a chance.
Yeah.
Right now, it's Luckyo and Emarie.
What's crazy so far is that on Singapore, GV got 1-4. The next race on Grumble, they got top 2. And then after that, on Waluigi Pinball, Emarie's team got top 2.
Yeah.
And then on Maple Treeway, they got 1-4. So both teams just completely flipped the script.
Who's getting top 2 this race?
Yeah, exactly. That's the question.
Could be anyone, I guess.
Yeah, so we do have a story going. You know, I'm wondering if this pattern's going to continue. Maybe for another team. You know, we'll have to see. Will it be Highdef, HD? Any of those teams could really make it happen right now.
Yeah. I am interested in seeing the overall scores as we come into race 7 halfway through. Obviously, we're going to have Luckyo and Emarie in that first position right now. Probably GV behind them still. Yeah, and pretty far ahead of 702 in 3rd as well.
Yeah, we're definitely building some distance between these teams as Shooting Stars is up 15, GV is up 13 on 3rd, and then there's still kind of that 3, 4, 5 teams are pretty close.
And, you know, we have half of the Mogi left. Anything can still happen with that 3, 4, 5 situation. Unfortunately, I think HD is down and out at this point.
Yeah.
But that 3, 4, 5 only being 20, 30 points behind, you could make that up in 6 races.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Emarie here in 7th with a red shell, picking up a draft as well, but look at the coin count. It's so hard to get coins on this track. That's why it's so beneficial if you start in a bottom spot.
Yeah.
Sneaks on very few coins as well in 3rd, but with mushrooms, he can maintain that top spot, and Flowx is going to be in 1. I believe he will have the coin count because he was in the back at the end of the previous race.
Right, yeah, Sneak's burning both of his shrooms to get to the front, but will that pay off? Is he able to get these coins that he needs? The rang for Arti, this could be
the bomb,
crucial.
not going to connect.
Sneaks just can't avoid everything.
Arti into 2nd and avoiding Sinic up here in 3rd. I don't see Emarie or Luckyo up here, so this could be an opportunity for GV once again. If Arti doesn't slow trail Sinic here, it's
SFC
dangerous.
2-3 right here.
Oh, Sinic does get taken out, but Glooba's here to take his spot. Triple greens from Arti is dangerous. And gdin's here as well, actually. It's 2-3 for them. This could be the move that SFC needs to make. gdin throwing up reds. But it looks like that red Yoshi that's going to be Flowx is too far ahead. He is going to pick up one here. SFC going to be 2-3 unless Glooba, no, he's getting out of the line. Can he hold fourth?
Will he hold fourth? Yeah,
yes.
He does.
And that's a bad race for Emarie and Luckyo.
Yeah, it is. That's a 10-11.
10-11.
But that's a good race for SFC.
Yeah, SFC.
They could make a comeback happen here.
They're making a statement. They got 2-3 there. They were in that 3-4-5 overall pool where they're about 20 points behind. Half the Mogi left. You can make that up.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
They're starting that journey. They're making that up.
Yeah, I think at the end when Glooba's getting redded over that glider, there's a long straight along that glider, and if he was able to, if he burned those shrooms, he wouldn't have been able to keep fourth there.
No.
That's something I want to point out is that that's another one of those high level plays. If you're getting hit, you don't just want to spam your items just thinking that you might pull something, even if you're not past a box.
Yeah.
People do that by habit. You want to be able to hold a shroom so you can really kind of hold your spot, make sure that you have a little bit of speed left to kind of push you to the end there, and that's exactly what worked for him there to keep his spot.
And that's the difference, right? Like, you have a lot of players who did not make it to this finals who have amazing pop-off potential.
Yeah.
But the ones who actually make it and consistently get good results are the players who know how to maximize their odds of a good spot.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's not necessarily about first every race. It's about keeping a top spot. Don't get last.
Yeah, for sure. All right, we're going into TikTok clock. One thing I do know about the GD players is that they're very, very comfortable on this track, but this is not a track that they're starting in the front. So.
Yeah, and look, that gap has shrunk. It is still going to be Shooting Stars in 1 on 115. And then GV is in second, only 6 points behind. And SFC starting to make their statement. They're above 100 as well.
Yeah, we have a tournament on our hands as we're coming into this 8th race.
Starting off with Glooba's point of view here in 4th. We're going to see everyone go for this middle path here. Who is going to get bumped off, if anybody? It looks like no, someone from that top 4 is gone. I didn't see who. But Greg and Flowx are up here. They're on 71. It's still technically possible for them as Greg gets hit out. They're going to need big races, though.
Yeah, they did get first the last race, so it is very much possible.
It is a start. Glooba is still going to be holding down the fort in 3rd, though. Flowx as well. And gdin in 1. Oh, the fire is going to connect on Sinic. Can he make it past? Yes, he makes it over the cut still. Down into 7th, though, losing some positions.
Beautiful line adjustment.
Yeah. And gdin getting taken out, so that is unfortunate for SFC. We'll see who's in the top now. It looks like Black Yoshis. That's going to be Highdef.
Yeah, spots are shaking up here. We do have Flowx in 1st, Cookie in 2nd, and Blaze just getting hit out.
He can recover, though.
Yeah, Cynda's up here to avenge Blaze, though.
Oh,
Cookie unfortunately falling off, trying to wall dodge that red.
Yeah, Lionfail missing the trick, and Greg here with a plant in 8th in Ghost. Flowx falling off.
Oh!
Does not get hit by the blue, but I think that might still be
That might have been tactical. That might have been tactical, dodging that blue.
That might have not gained or lost him any time, honestly. He's down into 3rd either way. Arti here as well, and Sinic up into 1st. Sneaks in 2nd. He needs to do something if he wants his team to have a shot.
Yeah, Sneaks needs to trail this bomb. He does.
Oh, Arti!
Okay.
Oh, nice smart steering. Good
and
reaction
the fire,
time.
yeah.
But he does lose a lot of time for that anyway. Flowx still up here, and Sneak still has that bomb. Everyone's got to be careful about that.
Flowx needs to watch this
Backing
bomb. Backing it. These greens coming out. Greens coming up for Sinic.
Oh, Sneak's got to be super careful for this. Sinic backing. Is he going to get hit? No, he's going to pick up 1st.
Sinic getting 1st. Flowx in 2nd. Crucial race for HD there as they, starting to crawl a little bit back into this standings here.
Yeah, 2-9 for HD. It's not an amazing race for them. It's what they need to continue having a fighting chance.
Right.
And then that 1 for GV, that is very good for them. I didn't quite pick up what spot Glooba got there.
Yeah, and I didn't see. We're looking at it right now.
We're looking at the overall.
Yeah, that's the overall scores. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like Glooba and Sinic are in tied 2nd and 4th overall, which is good positioning for them. It's actually Sneak's MVP right now.
Sneaks is MVP by 11 points over 2nd, but his teammate is unfortunately, rounded down the bottom with 30. So
yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing about these 2v2s. You can be having the event of your life, but you got one other player to worry about. If they're not also scoring, then you just can't win.
Right, and it's a team game.
Yeah.
You're not just playing for yourself. So got to consider that.
Yeah. We'll see the overall scores as we get into this next race. It is going to be Toad Harbor, not a common pick. This was a Greg Flowx pick, so I think they're going for the gambit here.
Yeah, definitely. This is a interesting track. I'm not even sure how this is played anymore. I haven't seen this track in, oh my gosh, like 4 years.
Yeah, this is not commonly picked whatsoever. GV is going to be back in first, 4 points ahead of Shooting Stars. And then 702 and SFC are both kind of in the hunt at this point.
Yeah, this is a track that you want to pick when you know the other people that you're playing with don't know how to play it.
Yeah,
that's what we call a gambit track for sure.
That is the exact reason why Greg and Flowx would have picked it.
Yeah, just as we say that, Flowx is here.
Sinic is holding down the fort though. He's still in 1. And if Flowx picking up the draft, should be in first here, but can he pull protection? No, it's going to be a coin. Doesn't look like Sinic got or Glooba got an item though, so he should be safe for the time being.
Sinic's playing a dangerous game here.
Yeah,
Opts to go wide. Yeah, good choice. That green could have come out at any second.
Yeah. Sinic's going to get a better item being on that left double. It's a slower path. Emarie up here in third as well. Remember, her team is in second overall right now, so she is in a very good position.
Yeah, she knows exactly who she needs to play aggressive on.
Yeah. Losing her protection. Oh, and getting trailed out by Cynda.
Her face just killed me.
Glooba and Sinic 1-3. I don't know. This is looking good for them as we go into lap 2. Yet to see a blue, yet to see a shock. This is a long track, so we're probably going to see both, and the shock does come in. Glooba looks like he did make it across that gap. That was close.
Kind of a neutral shock for our top spots here, as they were both able to kind of stay on that top path.
We don't see very many people dodging. It looks like the spots are staying as they were. Emarie's still in fourth. Sinic, Glooba 1-3.
Yeah, Sinic going to snag that double. And Emarie's still right behind Cynda, so it's going to be important.
Oh, the bomb! That is unfortunate for Emarie. She did what she had to do to get the double there, but not panning out. Sinic's still here in third.
Glooba trailing a bomb in first, Cynda with a horn in second, so they're kind of both at each other's mercy here.
This is a dangerous game that both of them are playing. And the trail from Cynda, getting triple nanas as well. This is safe. And it looks like Glooba dropped out, so Cynda is going to be able to dodge that blue. Does Sinic go for the snipe here? Going left path, avoid Glooba, and it looks like Cynda might have hit a nana, actually.
No, Cynda's still up there.
No, yeah, just lag. It's 2-3 for GV. Oh, and the horn, no. Sneaks
there is fire behind
fire, hitting both of them.
Both of GV getting hit out. Sneaks getting hit out as well.
Cynda should be able to pick up first here.
Yeah, Cynda is definitely going to be super, super far ahead right now.
And it looks like Emarie and Luckyo are both back there, actually. So Glooba back up into second. This could still be a good race for them. Shrooming up should pick up 2 here.
That's a really good race for Highdef. Blaze was up there as well. I think that was a 1-5.
1-5 for Highdef.
Yeah.
That keeps them in it, but they were 20 points behind fourth. This is a very tough sell for High Definition, High Def, I should say, to win this event at this point.
Hey, man, I mean, you know what we said about first place and then a mid spot.
Yeah.
It's always followed up by a top 2.
Hey.
That's how it's been for our patterns.
they got a tradition to keep up.
Yeah, I know. I mean, when are they getting that top 2 on, right?
Yeah. I mean, they got to pick, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see what the track picks are looking like as we come into this next race. A lot of people are taking a while to decide. I think they're realizing things are getting hairy here. You gotta pick the right track. You gotta see what's gonna benefit you, and not benefit your competition.
Right. Yeah, and I don't know. People are just taking their sweet time. So we do see the track selection here. You see a couple Sherbet Lands, a couple Animal Crossings, a couple Athens Dash. That's one that I know that you aren't a fan of, but I'm a fan of.
I know you like Athens Dash. I'll never understand why, but it is going to be Piranha Plant Slide. And without any inside drifting bikes in the room, nobody's at a distinct advantage here. The advantage is instead going to go to the player who starts in first, and that will be Cynda. Yeah,
Cynda, known for being an amazing driver, known for being a super aggressive, smart player, and knows how to use his lines to his advantage.
Absolutely.
Will definitely be weaponizing those lines in first here on his track pick.
Yeah, we're starting off with our point of view being Luckyo. Next to Emarie, they got, again, a bad race last time, bringing GV up by 10. And Highdef, after a good race, is still in 5th overall, but is a bit closer. They're around 30 points behind the lead right now.
Yeah, this last GP is do or die for those 3rd to 5th teams here.
Yeah, if you get top 3, then you land in the money, so even if you might be almost out of it to win, you can still get some money out of this.
Yeah, where is Cynda? Cynda's not up here anymore. Glooba
I don't
first,
know.
Luckyo in second.
Didn't catch it, but yeah, Glooba's got to watch out for this green from Luckyo in 2. Greg trailing as well, Flowx behind him, so that's a good position from them. Saving a mushroom for the cut. I like that play from Flowx, not chaining the double.
It is scary, though. You don't know what's behind you because he was not looking behind him. But yeah. Arti here having a red, just as I say that, but Flowx does pull a green.
Glooba's still in one after the cut. That's unlikely on a track like this with a big shortcut at the end, and the bomb hits all three of them! Oh my god!
That bomb coming in for top 3, that was insane.
Glooba's still up there.
Was that a Snkz bomb?
Snkz and Cookie's top 2, is that right? No,
no,
2-3. Emarie and Luckyo both up here, I think. Wow. That was a massive shakeup, and then Cookie here with triple greens. Emarie has to be super careful.
Yeah, so that's either gdin or Luckyo in first here.
Oh, is going to get backed by Cookie. They need to make their statement now. Cookie and Snkz do. And the blue is going to be out. I think that is Luckyo in 1, unless I'm mistaken. I think there are 3 pink Yoshis in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is going to be Luckyo in 1, and can't dodge the blue, so he will take it. He has a bit of distance.
Corn getting stolen, can immediately pull defense at this next set.
It's going to be Cookie and Snkz top 2 going into lap 3. And the back, I don't know if that connected or not. Glooba's up here as well in 3rd. Very safe position from him, but he's not going to take over the top 2 unless something massive changes.
Yeah, I think at this point he just needs to hold his mid spot. You know, just hope that you don't get backed by that top 2, right?
You're 10 points ahead of second if you're Glooba. You want to get these decent races at this point. 702 is not direct competition. They might be after this race, but not right now. And then Glooba is going to take cut. He should pick up 3rd here. No, they both get hit!
Oh, they both
Cynda
get horned
into
on the line. Cynda sneaking into second, but Cookie does hold on first.
That could be big.
Sorry, Snkz.
Glooba all the way down to 11th. Oh my god.
Oh man. Yeah, I think that horn hit after the cut, and he got caught on the wall. Yeah. Either that or he got comboed after, because Cookie still held down that 3rd.
It looked on our POV that Glooba did get stuck on the wall after that cut. That is brutal for him. I'm not sure if GV is still going to be first after that, but those scores have just tightened up a lot.
Yeah.
This is actually anybody's game right now.
Right. No, yeah, we're getting into it. This is a game that we have going right now.
And I don't know off the top of my head how many races we have left. I'm going to make sure to look for it as the next race starts.
I believe we have 3 left, starting with this race.
I'm seeing a motion of 2.
2
left.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
2 left. All right. Thank you.
I'm so locked into the gameplay here. I'm not even checking.
Oh man, this is still anybody's game. Yeah,
those overall scores are getting very close at this point.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And it is going to be Animal Crossing. This is a Gambit track for Arcadia. So Arti and gdin, it's kind of their last chance if they want to make something happen here.
Yeah. And I mean, you know, if anyone can do it on this track, they can, because they have been playing this for years. They know how to do it.
It is going to be fall Animal Crossing, so it's only a hard bagging track if it's winter, and we're going to see some people choose to run here. GV actually still in first after that.
But it's not a comfortable first.
Look at that top 3. 156, 148, 148. And guess what? Highdef and SFC, they're both knocking on the door too.
Yeah. This is still anybody's game as we're going into race 11 here on Animal Crossing.
2 left. I think it unfortunately is impossible for HD to win at this point, being around 50 points behind, but anyone in that top 5 could still do it.
Yeah, man, they're playing for their pride.
Luckyo pulling a red right away. You would want a mushroom to take this second cut, but he's going to get trailed anyway. So forced to bag here. Not the end of the world on a track like Animal Crossing. And Sinic in 7th. Getting redded off the glider, though. He's going to also be forced to bag. Yeah, turning around as we change to Arti's POV. Glooba up in 1. And Arti with triple nanas in 3rd. Safe positioning for now. He's going to hold it through set, actually. I like that. I was wondering if he was going to chain for mushrooms.
Yeah, Snkz is a very aggressive player, hanging out behind Glooba. Does not have double reds, but you know, will he opt to take the chance when we're going over this glider set? We'll have to see.
Glooba's game plan is to break away as much as possible, and I think Snkz knows that. He's going to back the bomb and avoid it. Good job from Snkz. Is that red going to connect? Does Glooba have double protection? It doesn't matter because the blue's out anyway, and the shock is going to dodge it for him. No, it won't. Oh, the timing just barely off there. Wow, that was a brutal sequence for Glooba. It's going to be Snkz up into 1, gdin in 1, and Arti in 4. Good positioning for SFC here. And the red coming in, he can't make it through cut in time, but it's not ideal.
That was a really good play. I like that.
gdin's right next to him. Don't trail that green, gdin. It's going to be 3-4 for SFC, and Snkz and Emarie up there in top 2. Emarie, remember, her team is in 2nd overall right now, barely behind GV, so if she can hold on to a top spot here, could be good. And as I say that, same thing for Snkz. They're actually tied with Emarie's team. And the bomb in 1 for Snkz. Can it connect? What's he going to choose to do with it even?
Bomb back before cut, obviously.
No, he's holding it,
he's
playing
opting to
safe.
hold it.
And he's going to lose positions for that. And the bomb! Emarie! Oh, misplay from Emarie, choosing to read the bomb and getting hit for it, down to 6th. And Luckyo in 11th. Arti and gdin taking 1-5.
Yeah, Glooba and Sinic from GV getting 8-12 that race. So these spots are going to be shaken up going into this last race for sure.
Yeah, Sinic and Glooba definitely out of first after that, but still in the running for sure.
But to who is the question?
I think it might be SFC.
I think it might be 702. We'll have to see.
This is very close.
Yeah.
We got we got a chant going on in the crowd. Everybody's hyped for this last race, myself included.
Oh man, we got a tradition to follow. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Everyone wants Mount Wario for that last race for the 3rd year in a row.
You know, barely anyone wants to pick it though. We got mixed track picks here. I only see 2 Mount Warios on the board.
Yeah, no, people are prioritizing what they're comfortable on.
At the end of the day, you want to win the tournament.
Yeah, for sure.
If Mount Wario isn't the track you need, you are not going to pick it just for some Momocon tradition. Come on.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey, it could still be, right?
Let's see. Is it going to be Mount Wario?
Everyone's breath held for the track pick.
Oh, what off?
Oh, I thought
Highway.
it stopped on MW, man.
Yeah,
I thought
me
it
too.
did.
Oh man.
Last race coming in here. I'm looking at the top right of the screen for those overall standings as we go to Moonview Highway for race 12. Who's even in the lead right now?
It's still GV by 1 point.
How is GV
702
still
in second.
Oh my God! First to 5th is 12 points.
Oh my heart, dude. This is really anybody's game here.
Whoever gets the best race here can win it.
Yeah.
That is unbelievably close going into race 12. And we're starting off on Emarie's point of view, going for the extra MT and coins. I like that play, only starting on 2. This is a coin-based track for sure, especially when you're on Mr. Scooty with less top speed, but hitting the truck. Gonna be back there in 12, hitting Greg out, just being mean with it.
Greg, you bumped me, you gotta go.
Glooba in 5th with triple nanos. That's a safe position for him, but he needs first. Not necessarily first, but he needs a good race here.
You know he's nervous here.
Oh yeah, I would be too.
Yeah, SFC in top 2 could be really big for them on a track like this.
If any of that top 5 gets a top 2 this race, they win automatically. So this cannot hold if any other team wants to take home the win here. And Cookie's up here in 5th, 4th actually, with Mushrooms. Nana comes up, not going to connect with anyone. And this is still going to be SFC in top 2, I believe.
Yeah, both of GV up here too, but really nothing to counter what SFC has in second.
Sneaks hit out. Cynic's up here, I think. Glooba... No, Glooba got hit out actually, yeah. So it's going to be Arti and a pink Yoshi up in top 2. I don't know if that is actually gdin. Yeah, it is gdin and
SFC's
Arti.
top 2 here. They have
still in
first.
top 2. No, Cookie is in second. 1-3 should still do it for them if they can hold it. And the green comes up. Everyone avoids it.
Yeah, nobody getting hit up here. But
Blue is out for gdin. He has a mushroom. Dodging it, avoiding the bomb car. Good for gdin. And Sinic is up in 3rd. SFC top 2. No! Arti's out! Sinic's out! GV's dream is over.
Oh,
they can't win after that. Arti's still in 2nd. gdin still in 1.
Yeah, SFC still top 2. This is their game to lose.
They're both holding their breath right now. They should be good. They have distance in the back.
Oh!
gdin and Arti. Can they do it? Top 2. Can they hit it?
Yeah!
Car, yes! Top 2 for SFC!
SFC's game! They got it!
Wow! Oh my God!
Okay, let's count it up. Did they do it? 702 and 4-5. Is that good enough? I'm sure it is.
Perfect race to finish it off for SFC. Man. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Arcadia takes it home.
Oh my God, what a beautiful ending. It was anybody's game going into that last race, and SFC took it.
That was unbelievable. Perfect gameplay on Moonview Highway to finish us out. Oh my goodness.
Oh man, congrats to them. That was a beautiful finals.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
Oh my God, my heart is beating.
Oh
their hearts are beating so much harder than ours right now.
Yeah.
When you're top 2 for the entire race on Moonview Highway, I mean, it feels good, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can hold it, maybe you can, and if you don't hold it, you lose.
Yeah.
Holding that top 2 for the whole race, just a perfect gameplay to finish us off. That was textbook.
No, seriously.
Wow.
Beautiful ending.
And you know what it was?
Huh.
That was not a team that was in top 2 for the entire time. It's exactly as we said.
Yeah.
Emarie and Luckyo didn't win. Sinic and Glooba didn't win. It's a team that was in the pack. They were in the hunt the entire time.
Yeah.
They stole it at the very end with the top 2. That is going to be SFC 182.
winning by 4.
702 picking up second with 178, and then GV, Sinic and Glooba with 174. And Emarie and Luckyo, they were up there for most of the round. Unfortunate for them, losing it at the end, getting 4th with 171. Highdef and HD are 2 high-definition teams rounding out the bottom 2, unfortunately for them.
Yeah.
Wow. That was an extremely fun round to cast.
Oh my God.
We're gonna do some awards pretty soon here, and then I don't know how we're even handling the rewards.
All right.
Here's our awards. Momocon 2v2 trophies, and I don't know if we're expected to hand them out or not. Brad's handing them out. Awesome. We should have talked about this before we actually got in the booth.
And then we have our classic Momocon 2v2 plaque here. And we have medals for second, third, and fourth.
Wow. Amazing stuff. So we're going to be getting to that award ceremony pretty quick. I'm assuming we're going to go to a quick break before the award ceremony. Yeah, we'll go to a quick break. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That was an amazing round. We're going to be back pretty soon for FFA semis, followed by the free-for-all finals. You will not want to miss it.
Yeah, all right. We'll see you guys there for semis.
See you there.
Have a good one, guys.
Check, check. Maybe a little. Wait, is this good? All right. Oh my goodness. What a final, yo! That was insane. So now we are going to do our ceremony for our top 4 games. Before we do that, let's give a quick shout out to Greg, Flowx, and Blaze and Cynda for their performances today. Round of applause for them. And without further ado, in 4th place, Luckyo and Emarie. In third place, Glooba and Sinic. In second place, Snkz and Baddercookie. And now, I need everybody to get real loud for our 2v2 Momocon 2025 Grand Champions, Arti and gdin. Free-for-all will begin at 6 o'clock. Free-for-all semis will begin at 6 o'clock. Stick around.